So you've done your planning and ideating with Event Studio, and now it's time to staff up and find the exact right people who are the experts that can really help you bring this to life. Welcome to Opportunities. I've gone in here and started up an opportunity. In this case, I'm going to pretend as if I'm looking for a senior producer. I'm going to put in the job description of what we're looking for, the application due date, which is in a couple of weeks. That's when I want to see all the applications and review everything, have it all in. Then our client visibility. So this tells the system internally, how do we want to share this out to our network or the global out of office network? In this case, I'm okay with the client name and job details being visible to everybody. This is also going to give me the best performance and matchmaking on the back end. But sometimes you want to add an NDA. And in that case, you can upload your own NDA, and freelancers have to sign that before they can see the details of what the job entails and who the client is and what you're doing. Or sometimes you just want to hide the whole thing. In that case, it's not great because as a freelancer, I would want to know who I'm working with, but we also understand that sometimes it just is what it is, and we hope that the description that you put in here is good enough to give people an idea of what they're applying for. So I'm going to do visible. I'm okay with everything being shown to them. The client in this case is pleasing. And if I did have a project with it, I could go in here and just associate it directly with that project, which links all of that together. In the next step, we're going to jump into the ideal freelancer that I'm looking for. So let's say I want 8 years of experience, and I actually really do want them to have an LLC in this case. And then we're going to put in skills. So we're looking at between 5 to 10 skills that are going to be perfect for exactly who we're looking for. On-site, staff management, vendor selection. Let's say there's a big catering element, logistics, and we'll definitely want them to have some budget management. So we're going to go through here and click exactly the skills that we're looking for and jump to our next step, which is budget details. So estimated total number of hours for this one, I don't know, let's say it's maybe a 2 or 3 month project. So 220 on hours, hourly range. In this case, let's say we've got between 90 and 120 for this person. We're also going to pull in some data here from all the hourly information that we've got on record and our whole database to help guide you. So if you're producing in a market that you've never been in before, we'll give you an idea of kind of where the freelancers currently sit and where their rates are to help guide you so you're not way off. Payment terms on this one, let's just say net 30, but this is also your chance to talk about deposits, weekly payments, how you're going to do reimbursements, all those things. And then this is also another option. So display hourly range. So sometimes we want to show that there's going to be an hourly range here. Other times we don't want to show that, and we just want to do a estimated budget range. So showing them this kind of project total range. But we do recommend picking at least one of these so that people have an idea, again, of what they're applying for and what to expect. In our next step, we're going to jump into event details. So this is pleasing at Art Basel, and event description and industry. This one's going to be fashion and apparel. This stuff, again, on the back end is just really helping the matchmaking system that we've built. So we believe that you need to get a hold of the perfect right expert for this exact job, and that's what this is helping us get to. Event type, this is going to be a product launch, and there's probably an element of a celebrity party too. Now in this next step, this is your availability. And we've broken it down by 3 different sections here. So we've got our in-person, typically that's going to be on-site requirements. Hybrid is mix of in-person and remote. So maybe you need them to do some site visits or come into your office sometimes during pre-production, but then they're also going to be on site. And then fully remote is, they're not even going to be on site for the project. Maybe they're on the creative team and we just need them to do some work at home. So in this case, I'm going to show you, let's see, let's do hybrid, and we'll pick a start date of, let's do beginning of February. And for this hybrid section, which is what we're talking about right now, we're going to need them for a couple weeks. And because it's hybrid, we're going to say that we need them to be in Miami. Maybe they got to come into the office a couple times. And that's going to establish my first kind of requirement in terms of when I need them. I'm also going to add an in-person element because I need them to come on site. So in that case, the on-site is going to be March. Let's just say it's going to be that weekend of March. So we'll jump in here and we'll do that. And this is where you could even get as specific as putting in an actual venue location or something, but I'm just going to keep it as Miami, and we're going to add that as well. So you can see how you can start to build out like a full schedule of, do you need them working remote at some times or hybrid sometimes and then in person, especially if this is a tour. This section is very helpful to build out all those different tour stops of when and where you're going to need them. And this is just more helpful on their side when they go to apply and understanding what they're really applying for. Then in our last section, we're going to just take a quick review through everything. And you want to make sure that this is buttoned up all the way, because this is going to end up going out to your network of freelancers that you've uploaded potentially, or out to our network of out-of-office professionals all over the world. So we really want to make sure that you double check in the review phase. You'll click continue and it'll take you through a couple more just qualifying questions, and then it's ready to go. Once you do that, I'll show you where they all live. We'll just delete this one to show you here. But these are going to be all of your opportunities. So in your opportunities tab, they're going to show up like this. And then you'll start to see the progress bar moving as you kind of move through those stages. And you can always click on it and jump back in and see what's going on. Let's go into an active one that's happening right now. This you'll see when you jump in there, your different kind of tools down the side here. And requirements just reviews what that project was. But then recommendations is really where the tool comes to life. So depending on if you've uploaded freelancers to your roster, what we're trying to really help you with here is matchmaking with those freelancers that you maybe haven't been in touch with for a while. You might have forgotten that you worked with them a couple of years ago, but since you invited them to join your roster, you've now got all their data, you know what they've been up to, and the system is going to surface them as the perfect right match for this project. In that case, this is how it's going to show up. So they're going to come in here. It's going to display what their current hourly rate is, years of experience, location, and then why they were recommended. So the system's going to pull in here exactly what made them stand out. You can go through and favorite the ones that you prefer. You can jump out to their portfolio. You can archive them if they're not a good fit, and that'll basically remove them from this list. But the real important part is this invite button. So as soon as you click that invite button, they're going to receive a message from you saying, we think you'd be a great fit for this. Go ahead and apply if you're interested. Here are all the details. And then that's when all your applications will start to roll in your applicants tab, just like this. So they're prompted to leave a quick video of why they're a perfect fit. This is also your chance to go look at their portfolio again. You can book a call with them, which happens on platform, so we keep it all in one place. Or you can chat with them and just say, hey, have you ever worked at this venue before? Maybe check a couple details, from their portfolio. And your team can all come in here and leave comments on these applications. So in your own time, you can come through, watch these videos, review portfolios, and then leave a comment saying, yeah, I think, Dan would be a perfect fit for this one. Really minimizing the whole first round interview needs and taking a quick pass. So that's the workflow of opportunities. Your applicants come through here, and then as soon as you're ready to narrow it down, we always recommend that you do a second round interview, book another call with them, do 2, 3, 4 interviews. This is a important decision for your project, but the hope is that we've really handled a lot of that front end legwork for you to get you just the qualified people that you want to see, that you want to talk to, faster than we've seen before. You click accept offer, and then that's what's going to end up taking you into the contracting phase, payments phase, all of that stuff. And reminder that these contracts are between you and the freelancer. So you'll need to upload your contracts. We don't draft that for you. This is an agreement between your two parties. If you do use our concierge service, which means that no one in your network was the right fit, you had to tap into our global network. We do charge a service fee for that first time working together, but then they move into your roster and you'll be able to work with them as much as you want from then on. So I hope this helps. Opportunities is really built to streamline that scaling up phase. Freelancers are such a critical element of scaling up and leveraging expertise. Opportunities is here to help you do that faster. Thank you.